Nobody can hit like Ernie Shavers. He had a crunch punch, and he was real, like a welterweight. He'd come back quick.
Oh!
The one greatest punch I have ever seen is owned by a man named Ernie Shavers.
Ernie Shavers
Don't
was,
hold me.
according to everybody he ever hit, the hardest hitter in human history.
The hardest heavyweight hit of all time?
In terms of
Ernie Shavers.
really?
Yeah, man. I didn't really believe he was as good as he was. I predicted he was 197, but he was good. He took all I had and he hit real hard.
He might not have had the speed and snap of Mike Tyson
Yeah, Mike Tyson's, yeah.
or the brutal strength of George Foreman. But if you took a punch from Ernie and lived to tell the tale, your all-time greatest punchers list got its #1 spot replaced.
Oh!
Shavers hit me so hard, felt like somebody was hitting on each one of my toes with a hammer. That's real bad.
There were no exceptions or second guesses. Ernie's power is something every fighter wishes they had.
You ever been kicked by a horse? Feels just like that, but on your chin. Oh my God.
He didn't take up fighting until his 20s. It stunted his growth
What?
on a technical level. Ernie would never be the most refined classical boxer.
He's dead. Yo.
Technical level. Ernie would never be the most refined classical boxer, and he didn't need to be. The only game plan he ever needed was to go knock that man unconscious.
He said he ain't had no technique, huh?
Until us may be gone.
You don't
The
need no
first
technique,
victim
man. We
of
don't
the
need no
hardest
technique.
hitter in human history comes as Ernie was working his way up the rankings. Former champ Jimmy Ellis was a defensive
Ellis.
specialist who was a sparring partner for Muhammad Ali. He stepped into the spotlight when Ali was
That's the one that
stripped
fought Joe
of the
Frazier,
title.
huh?
In 1973, Ellis was on the comeback trail, having knocked out his 8 previous opponents. He came here looking to knock out Ernie, too.
Is pouring it on here in round 1. Shavers is hurt. Jimmy Ellis is trying to end it here in the opening round.
He trying to put him away.
But it wasn't long before Shavers came out of the corner, grabbed Jimmy by his head, and sent it out of orbit at the speed of a space shuttle. Ernie Shavers' uppercut was an elevator to God. Ernie was still a novice compared to the rest of the top 10. While nobody could quite match his power, his skills left something to be desired.
Damn.
So the best game plan was to get Ernie out of there before he could get you. The skills Ernie slowly learned made him all the more dangerous. The world slowly learned that the hardest power puncher of all time also had the heart of a lion.
Ron Lyle.
Ron Lyle loved a slugfest just as much as Ernie.
I think I told me to watch a Ron Lyle versus George Foreman fight. I think y'all told me to watch.
The ex-con did 1,000 push-ups a day in his cell,
What?
waiting out the sentence for a gang-related murder he didn't commit.
Damn.
Ron was quite accustomed to the up-close and personal havoc Ernie unleashed. While Ernie's massive power was without question,
Oh! He ain't slow either. He ain't that fast, but he...
it's finesse that wins fights at the top level.
Oh, shit. Ron Lyle's getting him right.
While Ron Lyle was hardly the picture of classical technique, there will always be room in the heavyweight division for reckless violence. And Ernie and Ron set a pace you knew would never last the distance.
Oh shit. He about to put Ernie. Oh, he dead. He gone. He sleep.
While Ernie came up short, the boxing world came away impressed by both men. Ernie would get in the habit of getting into wars. But for a short heavyweight
Bro.
who started in his 20s, war was the only option.
For real.
Good left hook, and there it was right there. Very good counter hook there.
Body.
Against Roy Williams, Shavers fought the early rounds and had the punch selection of a baseball pitcher.
He's supposed to be able to really take a good punch, which we're going to find out about today, but he's got a right hand.
Every third strike was a fastball, high and inside.
He's using the ropes a lot to the far side of the ring now. Shavers are trying to get those hands right.
Roy stood right in there and waited out the explosion. It was a gamble. A lot of guys woke up in hospitals trying to outlast Ernie's cardio.
For real.
Roy weighs what, 230? 230. But Tiger might have been moving away from him. He was moving away a little, but then again, Ernie's going to punch himself out.
Oh, he throwing straight bombs.
Fighters in a must situation now. Shavers staggered by that. Shavers punching uphill, but trying to carry it. Ooh,
Williams managed it. He turned the tide and went in on Ernie late.
hook. Two good hooks by Roy Williams, who is rebound, and Tiger Williams is now. Roy is very aggressive. A right hand by Williams, and Shavers.
A modern ref would have called this fight a knockout loss for Shavers.
Damn. Oh my God. Oh no. Probably. Yeah, they probably would have. Yeah. I mean, was
But
he?
a second win late saw Ernie dig deep.
Now where? Shout out to the ref.
And put Williams away with the 5-point palm exploding brain technique. Roy took his steps and falls face first, like Ric Flair selling.
Nah, what that gave me back, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Ric Flair selling is like legendary. If y'all didn't know. Ernie Shavers, man.
Ernie soon found himself in a #1 contender fight
Is that
with Larry Holmes.
Larry?
Larry earned his
Holmes?
fame as a sparring partner for Ali and Joe Frazier before
And he
going on a
outboxed
long
everybody.
unbeaten streak to begin his career. Larry was regarded as a slick boxer, but he'd never seen real trouble in the ring. Ernie Shavers was nothing if not real trouble. Larry's elegant jab and gliding footwork were his
Larry
calling
jab
cards.
is nasty. I ain't gonna lie. That jab of Larry is nasty. It's brutal.
But it was against the hardest puncher in history that Larry would ultimately prove his grit.
Ooh. They coming too. Larry got a chin, huh?
And take a clear win in the #1 contenders match.
Oh.
Larry went on to fight Ken Norton in a classic 15-rounder.
Ken Norton fought everybody, huh? Oh, they said Larry Holmes? I thought they said Ernie Shavers fought Ken Norton. Larry Holmes was fucking up everybody, man.
That came to its final chaotic round. Larry took the decision to win his title. That left Norton and Shavers in precarious positions career-wise. Each man was well into their 30s, and each man realized their time at the top were running short.
Yeah.
I've been training very hard for this fight. I've been away from my family for like 9 weeks.
That's your whole fight plan, to try and get him out early. Oh, right on. Right?
As soon as the bell rings, you won't have to look for me.
While Ken Norton was hell on his slick and skillful opponents, Kenny's chin had been cracked before.
But that's George Foreman, though. Oh my God. George Foreman's a different type beast.
And if Ernie could do one thing well, he could definitely crack.
Immediately, Kenny's backed against the ropes, and Shavers tries to take off on him to punch himself out in a hurry.
Damn it! Oh my God! They killed Kenny! You bastards!
Ernie Shavers, and it went exactly as you called it, my friend.
Well, Howard, I've been training for 9 weeks. I was in good shape. I know Ken Norton was afraid of me. I was fighting Kenny Norton and Joe De Niro. I couldn't lose.
You're going to get your shot at Holmes in September. What makes you think it will be different? He's a different fighter from Norton's steady lateral movement.
Well, I'll be in shape, and I'll cut him off, and I'll make him fight. I'll put a lot of pressure, and I will be in shape. Believe me, I will catch him.
His destruction of Norton earned Ernie his rematch with Larry Holmes.
Damn.
This time for the title. The world knew there was no way Ernie was going to win on the cards.
Hell no.
Ernie Shavers. Holmes knows what he's about.
Ooh.
Larry was smoother than boiling oil.
I'm telling you, that boy's so slick. Ooh. Very slick. I don't know why people hate him so much, man. I'm not hating him, but. Oh my God.
Ernie knew he only had one shot to become a champion. And in the 7th round, he landed it.
Holmes seems to be coming to himself now.
Oh, shit!
According to Larry, this punch left a calcium deposit on his skull that never went away.
Damn.
According to Larry, the punch knocked him out, and he hit his head on the floor hard enough to wake him up. According to Larry,
that's my
when
thing, bro.
Shavers landed, all he saw was lights.
Bro, this man got hit so hard. It's like he got hit by a car. And he just got up. He's an alien. Because ain't no way, man.
In this
Just
moment,
got up.
a walking dead Larry
I'm
Holmes
telling you, like, what?
reanimates.
Really a walking dead. Hit by a car and just got up.
And even his corpse was up for a fight. Jack Dempsey said, a champion is a man who stands up when he can't. Larry Holmes certainly qualified.
He almost lost it to the courage and right hand of a man who's listed.
Ernie would
crazy,
never
though.
win a title.
Damn.
An eye surgery threatened to cut short his career, but even still, Ernie tanked his way through it and fought on. The last great night of Ernie Shavers came as a wily old veteran in with a young knockout artist.
Jeff Sims?
Jeff Sims was determined to get Ernie out of there as fast as possible. Ernie walked onto a hard right hand in the first that dropped him. But after all these years and all these fights, the hardest puncher of all time was now also an experienced professional.
Oh, shit, get right then. Ooh, yeah.
He waited out the bombs, and in the fourth, caught the young man ducking onto his uppercut. From that moment on, Sims looked like he was fighting on two sprained ankles.
He hurried.
After 2 minutes on ice skates, the ref steps in to save him.
Stop a technical knockout victory for Ernie Shavers.
Damn.
Every boxer spends endless hours seeking a portion of the power Ernie seemed to summon from nowhere. No amount of time spent chopping trees or pumping iron will allow you to hit the way Ernie Shavers did. And that brings the final and ultimately unfair conclusion. Punchers are born.
Boom!
Pure power is a gift from God or genetics. And Ernie Shavers was born a more natural slugger than any human in history.
I don't know, Marvin Hagler, I ain't gonna lie, Marvin Hagler? Boy, if y'all ain't seen Marvin Hagler throw a punch, ooh, it's something dangerous. Roberto Duran, ooh, shit. But look, man, like, comment, subscribe, bro. Let me know if y'all want to see more old legends, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments who y'all want me to react to next. But I'm saying on that video, man, y'all already know what's going on, man. No cap, and I'm gonna start doing full highlight reactions and full fight reactions. So stay tuned for that, man. Turn the post notification bell on to see my posts when they first come out.